It's a lesson to Ashley Kennedy. Next time, she should think about paying her wrestlers a little bit more than $50 a match. Obviously, the Beast didn't feel she could feed herself well enough on just $50 a night.
In the tunnel area just outside the arena with superstar Susan Sexton. Susan, you've held the LPWA crown now for over a year. That, of course, means you've had many different title defenses. How do you rate this one today against Lady X?
Well, I've wrestled Lady X before and I beat her. I wasn't that impressed, but now she has Ashley Kennedy in her corner. You know, we're going to be talking a whole different game here.
How does Lady X compare to Kennedy's former wrestler, the Beast?
Well, the Beast was huge. You know, she wasn't human proportions almost, and Lady X, I feel, is a much better wrestler, and she's more in a normal range, so I feel I can beat her.
Are you maybe a little too overconfident for this one?
No. As long as Ashley Kennedy stays out of my way, there'll be no problem, I don't think.
What if Ashley Kennedy doesn't?
If Ashley Kennedy doesn't stay out of my way, I'm just going to have to beat her unconscious and, you know, risk a disqualification. I don't care.
You sound quite determined for this matchup.
You know, Ashley Kennedy, I've had enough of. When it comes to Ashley Kennedy, I am relentless and I am terminated, and that's really all there is to it.
All right, superstar Susan Sexton headed out now to take on Lady X, owned and managed by Ashley Kennedy. This one will be 2 out of 3 falls.
Fans, this bout is scheduled for 2 out of 3 falls with a 1-hour time limit. It is for the LPWA Ladies Championship of the World. Introducing first the challenger from parts unknown, weighing 170 pounds, Lady X. And fans, she is led to the ring by her owner, Ashley Kennedy. Fans, her opponent from Perth in Western Australia, weighing 125 pounds, she is the LPWA Ladies Champion, Superstar Susan Sexton.
She is the Ladies World Heavyweight Champion. I know
Don't
you
use that word. Heavyweight, that's not nice, Joe.
I'm sorry, but she's the Ladies World Champion.
Well, let's talk
for a second. And if
second.
you'll notice in the rankings, Lady X was not the #1 challenger. How did she get this match?
Because you see, Ashley Kennedy pulled in a few favors, pulled a few strings, greased a few palms. It's wonderful what you can do with things sometimes when you grease them a little bit. And she has got this match for Lady X, her latest acquisition, because she wants that world title. The Beast could not get Ashley Kennedy the world title. The Beast let Ashley Kennedy down, so she's gone out and gotten a better wrestler in Lady X. And Ashley Kennedy is going to have the ladies' world title belt around her waist, because in all her life, that's the only thing that she's wanted that she has not gotten.
Well, Lady X is certainly a tough wrestler, and we've said all along we don't know who she is, but she is obviously a ring veteran. I would think from what we have seen, she is probably just about as experienced as Susan Sexton. But will Susan Sexton be able to hold on to the belt?
Ashley Kennedy has a lot in stock with Lady X. She's putting a lot of stock into her. But so far, Susan Sexton seems to be taking it to Lady X. But remember, it's a 2 out of 3 fall match. Make one mistake, that's not the end of the world. And I know that Ashley Kennedy, she comes from a very wealthy family, you know, Ashley does. And as such, we have a lot in common. I've talked to her, and she's really upset that she has not been able to get that world title belt so far, because like I said, you know, when you've had everything you've wanted all your life and don't get something, that kind of spoils your day.
It really tears you up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Lady X powers out of that move, and there you see Susan Sexton taking it back to the mat. Now, Susan Sexton is what is known as a mat wrestler. She likes to keep things down on that wrestling mat. She likes to use the holds. She's not really that much of a high flyer. She does have a couple of moves, though, that are up in the air. That electric chair move where she puts her opponent up in the air. But she would rather do what you see right now. She would rather be on the mat wrestling. And Lady X using the open side of the fist, which is legal, and she's using that to get out of that hold. hold, and there is a forearm driving Sexton back, and now she's tying Sexton up in the ropes and working on that arm and that shoulder. This is not legal. The referee at this point is counting to break the hold. Lady X uses the ropes as an ally. Susan Sexton says, if this is the way you want to play the game, we can do that. She backs Lady X into the ropes, and now look, 3 straight big chops.
Well, I guess you're real happy with yourself, my Louisville Slugger today with Terry Power.
How about that?
You finally have pulled your own strings, and I'm sure you do that with great regularity anyway, and gotten Terry Power in the Louisville Slugger.
Well, the Louisville Slugger.
I've hired a personal bodyguard, and I have him standing by over at ringside. Terry Power will not harm me. Look at the strength! Susan Sexton.
Well, the champion shows that she's got some strength herself. She is walking around the ring with Lady X, and now she goes into the airplane spin. She's got Lady X up. There she goes with power bomb. 1, 2, 3, and that's the first fall. The first fall of this 2 out of 3 fall match has gone to the champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the first fall, Superstar Susan Sexton.
All right, there you have it. Superstar Susan Sexton, the winner of the first fall. We've still got at least 1 more fall to go.
Well, so far, ladies champion Susan Sexton proving her doubters wrong as she won the first fall in this 2 out of 3 fall championship match over Lady X. Let's go right back to the ring. Here's all the action of fall number 2.
All right, before the second fall can officially get started, Lady X, taking some hints from Ashley Kennedy, just charges across the ring, attacks Susan Sexton before the bell rings, but she's got her down. 1, 2, and Sexton just barely able to get a shoulder up. Jim, I thought we were going to have the second fall finished just that quick. Now Lady X going after the abdomen. She's got what appears to be a claw hold on the abdomen of the champion and goes right back to it again.
Well, the claw hold, of course, very effective in a competitor like Susan Sexton, who is very thin, very muscular. You get your fingers wrapped up in those abdominal muscles. There's no fat whatsoever on Susan Sexton to pad it, and you can just grind right into those muscles, just tearing the tendons right out with your bare hands. It's very gory and gruesome, but effective.
You enjoyed that, didn't you?
Kind of got a shiver run up my spine. But Lady X, I tell you what, Lady X is going to go places that the Beast never could for Ashley Kennedy. The Beast was a big fat pig. The Beast was a waste of time. The Beast was a no good, you know what.
Jim,
Lady X, on the other hand, is a great competitor who is going to get that belt and bring it home to Ashley
well,
Kennedy.
we'll know before this day is over, but again, I believe you're mistaken. I believe you're going to find that the champion will be able to hold up. And right now, Lady X has the upper hand, but let's don't forget, the champ has the first fall to her advantage.
But all is not lost yet, because it's 2 out of 3. If Lady X can come back and win 2 straight falls from Susan Sexton, which admittedly has never been done before.
Right. That's right.
But there's always a chance. It's not over until Roseanne Barr sings.
Well, there's a drop kick right into the chest of Lady X. And once again, Susan Sexton looks like she's getting warmed up. She's got Lady X, throws her into the ropes, comes off, and there's a...
Whoa!
I guess clothesline.
Clothesline and drove her down to the mat.
This could be it,
Covers her up.
1. Not even a 2 count, as Lady X is still able to use that strength and get out of that move. There's a noggin knocker, as we call it down in Atlanta.
Standing head scissors, the more appropriate term, Mr. Pedicino. Oh,
there's a gouge to the eye, no
Yeah.
matter where you're from.
But that just made Sexton mad. A punch, a chop, a double chop. Susan Sexton backing Lady X into the corner. Lady X comes out with a knee lift, spins her around, wrapping that arm up. Yeah, wrapping that arm up. A shot to the midsection. Now she's going to send Sexton off into the turnbuckles, Joe.
Sexton goes up, comes off with a high crossbody, but Lady X turns it around, and she got the 3 count. She got the fall. I hate to admit it, but we've got an even match.
As the winner of the second fall, Lady X.
Well, I'll tell you what, just like I said, it's not over till it's over. The falls are even 1-1. Ashley Kennedy very, very happy with Lady X.
I don't know what Ashley Kennedy told Lady X, and she's had a lot of doubters as far as her managerial skills go, but she certainly proved her worth there. What a quick fall indeed for Lady X. The matchup all even, 1 fall apiece. Now let's take a look at that 3rd and deciding fall.
All right, fans, we are back for the 3rd fall. This is the one that will decide it all. It has come down X takes on superstar Susan Sexton, and she has gone right after her.
Referee out of position there. But now she gives up a boomer, a slow boomerang. She held on, look, and rolled up into a Boston Crab. I've never seen that before.
A gorgeous wrestling maneuver by the champion, and that's why she is the champion. When you see moves like that, she has got Lady X in terrible trouble. Ashley Kennedy screaming, but Lady X was able to reach the ropes, and Superstar had to break the hold, unfortunately, or we might have seen a submission right there.
Oh, I tell you what, Joe, this is it, the third fall. The war to settle the score, the brawl to settle it all. It's the rubber match. 2 out of 3 falls for the LPW. It's the Thriller in Manila. The LPWA women's title is on the line, and I can smell a title change in the air. Either that or it's your brand of laundry soap, but I can smell something, a title change in the air for Ashley Kennedy. I'm so happy.
Susan Sexton had best be very careful because it has all come down now to one fall. She has got to be careful at this point. One slip up, and she could lose that title, something she has held now for over a year. She has been one of the greatest champions in ladies wrestling history, and she could lose it if something goes wrong here. But right now, she's got Lady X now. Let's remind you, Lady X could lose also her opportunity, and I don't know how Ashley Kennedy would take that. To do whatever she had to do to get a title match for Lady X after only 2 weeks as her owner. And, oh, here.
Wait a minute,
beautiful
Sexton.
move. Look at this. Wrapped up tight. But Lady X is going to roll out. Susan, she carried it just a hair too far. She had her over just a little bit too much, and Lady X was able to use the leverage to come out.
Sexton has put every kind of thing in the world. Lady X is just in betwixt and between a rock and a hard place. Sexton has had her in every kind of pinning combination. But finally, Lady X able to come out and mount some kind of offensive. And now Lady X once again with things going her way. It's 1-1. The winner of this fall will be the LPWA champion.
And Ashley Kennedy's holding her feet down. Ashley Kennedy held her feet down.
Was that it? Was that
No, the referee
that was a 3 count. She got it. That was a 3 count.
Go for the belt. Ashley Kennedy was holding her feet down. She can't do that.
The belt. Take the belt to the new champion, somebody. She
can't do
the 3 count.
They can't do this.
The 3 count.
No, they did it. Oh, no.
Fans, the winner of the third and deciding fall and new LPWA Ladies Championship, Lady X.
In the meantime, Susan Sexton is trying to explain to the referee that somebody, we saw it was Ashley Kennedy, had her feet.
You couldn't see on the monitor it was some kind of hand, but who knows?
No, we saw it was Ashley Kennedy. She was holding her feet
The
down.
point is, there is a new champion, a new world champion, and Ashley Kennedy has her belt.
Well, we've got to give, let's give her an opportunity. Right now, I'm sure Susan Sexton has got something to say. Let's go to Bonnie Blackstone. Bonnie Blackstone, let's see if we can get her to ringside and talk, because I'm sure that the former champion, Susan Sexton, has some things she'd like to say. Let's go to Bonnie Blackstone now with Susan Sexton.
Quite honestly, folks, along with you here at the Riverside Hotel and Casino, Susan, I don't believe what we just witnessed here. I want to get your comments. I spoke with you just moments ago in the tunnel area. Susan, what went on out there?
I couldn't get my feet free. My feet were being held. I didn't see who was holding them. I have a good idea. The people here have a good idea. I want a rematch.
Okay,
Wally Combo needs to get his butt out here because I want a rematch.
we knew that Ashley Kennedy would make a determining factor in this
That was
match.
the world title I just lost. That's the most important thing to me. I don't want to be taken from me because I was cheated.
Susan, a little later in this program, I am going to be in the locker room area. I'm going to ask you later on to join me in the locker room area. I will get Commissioner Carbo. We will meet there and talk about this match.
I will be there. You can bet on it, buddy.
Well, rightfully so. A very distraught now former champion Susan Sexton. It was very clear to everyone except the referee. Ashley Kennedy held Sexton's feet down as she was in the process of trying to kick out. Sexton rightfully distraught, and certainly rightfully so, in asking for either the championship outcome to be reversed or the least entitled to a rematch. But a great match indeed. Susan Sexton versus Lady X, and at the time there was no reversal of the decision. Lady X did retain the championship.